Football is finally back for the NFL. It starts tomorrow, and couldn't ask for better partners in crime today with Chad and Michael. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Football's back.
Finally. Go
I
Vikings.
mean, it was already
Boo
kind of back last
Packers.
week, but it's really back now.
Yeah, fuck the Packers. We're back, baby. We're back. We're going to watch the Packers lose, and that's going to be our Super Bowl this year.
I just hope the Eagles and Packers make it out of Brazil alive.
For real.
Because they have been restricted to their hotels. They are not allowed to leave. So could not imagine that. That's got to suck.
I wouldn't want to leave. I wouldn't.
No, definitely not. No. 9-hour flight down there, and then you have to stay in your hotel room until
what the
game.
fuck was the NFL thinking? Like, they really thought this was a good idea.
Yeah.
And on a Friday night when they're not supposed to be playing football, they're supposed to be not playing football so that the high schools can play football. Guess fuck that because of money. The cock's all over it. They don't give a fuck about them high school students.
Did they ever clear up the jersey situation?
No, I don't think they had. They're allowed to wear.
No,
green.
Packers are not wearing green. Neither of the teams are wearing green. They're all wearing like alternate uniforms.
Really?
Yes.
It says here the Eagles will wear a new uniform color combination in the season opener: black helmet, white jersey, black pants. And
what the fuck?
This is such a bad.
All for to be in Brazil. Wait, isn't Elon Musk also having a battle with Brazil right now?
I have no idea.
He's sending an army of Teslas to Brazil. He's just going to mow them down with autonomous.
They banned X in Brazil.
Oh,
that's right. So I don't know. Could be all connected. You never know.
Interesting.
I'm not seeing any. It says so. The Packers Twitter account shared on August 30th. It says Brazil threads, and it's our home green uniform. So I don't know how. I figured they'd wear their the brown ones with the yellow circle in the middle.
I fucking hate that uniform.
You guys think this is that one of those stadiums that has like the massive wall between the fans and the players? Like
maybe
with barbed wire.
With barbed wire? I mean, they're not in Venezuela. Jesus.
You mean Illinois?
Yeah, Chicago.
All right, so we obviously have a lot of NFL to get to, but quickly, just a couple things that happened on the first full day of college football. Clemson forgot how to play football against Georgia, and Miami destroyed Florida in the swamp. LSU loses their first game for the third straight year under Brian Kelly. Why he's still head coach, no idea. And Vanderbilt upset Virginia Tech in overtime. That was, I think, the biggest upset for week 1 in college football. And
I mean,
what a disaster
FSU
Florida State
lost,
is. No, I know, but they lost to Georgia Tech
and Boston College.
I know, but I'm saying they lost to Georgia Tech and they looked awful. So yes, it's a surprise they lost to Boston College, but at the same time, they looked just the same they did against Georgia Tech. They didn't look any better.
I mean,
just
it was bad
awful.
football.
how they were, I think you said it to us privately, Chad, but how they were preseason ranked is mind blowing.
Man,
How do you judge it?
Uli Ungalale memes are brutal. That guy needs to stay off social media if he if he has a he's sensitive, you know.
think his NIL deals are dropping out now? Are they allowed to do that?
Man. Yeah, man. His hype train came to a complete stop. Everyone's off.
It sucks for him because he
Yeah.
seems like a nice dude. He just sucks at football.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he can get somebody to correct what's wrong with him. I mean, I don't think he's got a good throwing mechanics or something's going on with that guy. But those are some god awful throws.
I also think it's a lot of it has to do with coaching. They were not ready for these games at all. They just weren't ready. They got punched in the mouth over and over and over and over again. During both
Their
games.
coach called Florida State fans. He basically called them out and blamed them, and he's talking about about how they live in basements. Yeah, he had some. There's some quote, I forget what it was. More or less, everybody was clowning on. I was like, nobody has basements in Florida. Fucking hurricane alley.
The last thing you want to do
Yeah,
is attack the fans.
His time there is what is it, Napier, right? Is that his last name?
No,
Billy Napier.
Billy Napier, right?
Who are we talking about?
Yeah,
Mike Norvell.
Ooh, Mike Norvell. Yeah, he sucks.
Mike Norvell. Yeah.
Do you see him?
That's the Florida State coach.
He is fucking clueless. Okay. I mean, he was clueless last year. Louisville should never have lost the ACC championship to that dog shit team. Do you see how they played in the bowl game? They played worse than we played against them.
Yeah.
And we played pretty awfully. So, I mean,
yes.
Fucking, it's a disgrace. But then it paves way for Louisville to make it through into the top 25. So,
yeah. So Louisville had a good opening day, doing what they were supposed to do, win by a lot, and it was a shutout, right, for U of L?
Yeah, 62-0.
Shutout. Yeah. Okay. Kentucky also had a shutout, but their game was actually called in the third quarter. Their game was supposed to kick off originally at 7:45 Saturday night, and there was a 2.5-hour lightning delay, so they couldn't even kick off until about 10:15. And then they got the first half wrapped up, and then 3 minutes into the third quarter, they just called it because there was another weather delay. So Kentucky only won 31-0. And the game was called. Haven't seen that in a while. It's been a while since they've had to call a football game.
Yeah.
Over weather.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, at least you guys had such a huge lead. They were like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Nobody wants to finish this anyways.
And apparently there's a huge process involved in calling a game. You have to get, all three parties' approval. Kentucky had to do it. The opponent has to do it. The NCAA has to agree on it. It's a whole process to get it done. Michael, how many? I forgot. You have you cheer for Oregon, right?
Yeah, that's
college football. So
I cheer for Oregon, and I used to cheer for just about any Pac-12 team, but now that doesn't exist anymore, I don't know how to feel.
There's two teams left.
Yeah, right. Well, Oregon and Arizona to Arizona football because I went to Arizona, and man, did you see that receiver of them? They had McMillan, I think is his name.
Oh, with the catch.
No, he set a school record for 300.
Oh, yeah. 10 catches, 304. Yeah. There were some crazy catches week 1 too. A crazy interception.
Oh, and, that one number 10 on USC early on in the LSU game. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. And then there was some other random like Division II college game where some guy did this ridiculous Odell Beckham style catch out of nowhere.
Oh, that interception!
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that was.
I wish we could share
that was hot.
videos on this
hot.
stream so people who watch the podcast could see the videos we're talking about.
Oh my
It'd be easy
God.
to show clips. We got to figure that out sometime.
Well, we could tweet out the video.
It is. Oh yeah, we should tweet it from our official.
Okay, I can do that.
Exit out. I mean.
Yeah.
All right, who was
Except
that
in
did
Brazil.
the interception?
Oh, I don't know. Just type into X insane interception.
Yeah.
And the wide receiver, so I get his name right, is the
Robert Morris, defender.
Yeah, Robert Morris, but
yeah, that rings a bell.
Tyroa McMillan. That guy went off from Hawaii. Him and the quarterback, I guess, played at high school together, so maybe that's why they're in sync.
All right, so I just reposted that interception, so that's on the
yeah, that's definitely
on the Twitter feed.
Going to be a top 10 play for most of the season. That's going to be hard to top that.
Without question. All right, let's move on to the NFL. So the NFL starts tomorrow. We have a AFC Championship rematch between the Ravens and the Chiefs. The Chiefs, obviously, we remember winning the Super Bowl last season with their second in a row after they beat the 49ers 25-22. If you didn't catch the first time last year when we did this, we go through we pick our division winners and our conference championship matchups. We do awards that we think are going to happen and who wins at the end of the season in the Super Bowl. So let's start with the AFC North. In my opinion, toughest division in football. I think most people would agree that this is the toughest division in football. Your all's thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, except for the Steelers, which usually they are always formidable to play in the AFC North, but they have dog poo poo as quarterbacks in Steeler country. I mean, I would know my own quarterback is Sam Darnold, so I recognize poo poo quarterbacks. So, but yeah, I mean, overall.
I mean, there's only one bad quarterback. You look at that division, though, you have Burrow, Jackson, and Watson.
Jameis.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Jameis.
We'll see how Watson does. Yeah.
So, Mike Tomlin, no losing seasons in Pittsburgh. So,
hey.
We'll see. Does that come to an end? We don't know.
Hey,
we'll see.
8-1
all good things have to come to an
season.
end.
Yep.
All good things must come to an end.
All right, so let's go through it. I'll give Kyle's responses since he's not here with us. He provided his responses, but let's. I'll give his at the end of each division that we go over, so we can do ours first. AFC North, Michael, who do you have winning the AFC North?
Who did I have winning? I have to make sure I have the right picks here because this is such a tough division. I easily could have gone with anybody, but I think Harbaugh. Just it's hard to go against a Harbaugh, and I'll definitely take the over on the 10.5 for the Ravens. And am I supposed to give the over under on the rest of the teams?
I just provided that because that's the betting odds right now for each team, just to kind of see how that lines up. I mean, that's up to you guys. If you all want to do that, we can. I don't care.
Just shout it out. So I mean, Bengals, they're 10.5. I'm gonna take the under. I think they're going to have 10 wins. They're a 10-win team.
10-7.
Browns, yeah. Browns, I will take the over. I think they're 9-win team. And Steelers, like I said earlier, I was hinting at 8.5 is the line for their over under, and they're going to be a 7, maybe 6-win team. Because I think there's a classic saying: if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks.
Yep.
So that's their predicament. They're going to be having quarterback war, and Russell. I mean, he doesn't need that to his psyche. He's already been dog crap for the last couple of years. So I don't see him doing well. I see the fans start chanting for Justin Fields. Justin Fields going to go out there, look good for a play or two, and then throw 3 or 4 interceptions, and then Steelers will be at 6-7 wins maybe.
So Tomlin will have his first losing season.
Yes, I definitely
Okay.
get that.
All right, Chad.
All right.
AFC North.
AFC North. I have the Ravens winning the AFC North. Lamar's weapons are plentiful, to say the least. He has Derrick Henry now. He's
First in rushing last season, and they added Derrick Henry.
They are going to be pretty tough to stop. So I think they're going to take the division. They'll take the over on the wins. But the Bengals are very good. Joe Burrow's back and healthy.
Jamar Chase is back. He practiced today.
Jamar Chase is back. They lost T. Higgins, right? Did they lose T. Higgins?
No, I thought they lost the other guy.
Well, they have T. Higgins.
Yeah,
they lost
have
Tyler
T.
Boyd.
Oh,
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler
Yeah.
Boyd's gone. I think he went somewhere.
I don't know where he went.
And then they lost
Atlanta?
Joe Mixon. Who's their running back?
Zach Moss and Chase Brown. Chase Brown's a rookie,
So
I think, right?
Tyler Boyd went to the Titans, by the way,
Titans. Somewhere
So-
down there in the south.
where his career went to die.
Yeah, I don't know. They seem
You don't
to
believe in your Kentucky boy down there?
downgrade.
Not enough mayonnaise down there.
Hey man, he got a contract with Hellman's. Did you see that? He's that endorsing Hellman's now.
I will take the under on the Bengals as well. That seems chaotic enough. I'll take the over on the Browns, obviously. Kevin Stefanski's doing a great job. Nick Chubb will come back in like 4 weeks, hopefully.
He's on the pup list, yeah.
Especially for my dynasty league. Please come back. We miss you. We won a championship without you. Well, with you, part of the way. You helped us get there.
Hey, my mom just texted me, "Go Packers."
Nice.
Boo.
Nice. Smart woman.
Wrong division.
Oh.
Wrong division.
That's okay.
Wrong North.
Anytime you need to shout out the Packers, you go right ahead.
I just don't know what Deshaun Watson is. He just doesn't seem himself. I want Jameis to get in there and play, but he proved last year he doesn't need it.
I know what his problem is. He's not getting those massages anymore.
Oh yeah.
After his game off.
So
through his whole game off, now he's all tense and
the Steelers. I will hammer the under on the Steelers. They have not improved at all. They have just, unless Russell Wilson has this miraculous return to being a good quarterback again, they ain't gonna do shit. Just like the Vikings, we ain't gonna do shit. You need a quarterback, especially in a division like this. You need a quarterback, or else you ain't making it. So yeah.
And also, the Steelers have the second hardest schedule this year.
Yeah, so they're fucked.
So
they may lose like 6 or 7 games. Wait, they have to lose 7. They'll lose 8 or 9 games. That's what I meant to say.
I would hate to be. I mean, I know Steelers fans love their defense and all, but man, having like what they had with Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown, and then to just whatever it's been after that ended, to just keep on suffering with all this just garbage offense. Somehow Tomlin is getting this lemon to work, but yeah, Steelers are nobody believes in the Steelers even when they make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, and that team is toxic. I mean, there's been so many toxic players to come out of there. I don't know if they go there toxic and then leave toxic, but I don't know what happens. But seems always there's a lot of drama around Pittsburgh Steelers players.
Yeah, we've all given the Steelers the most talking time on this one.
Go Ravens.
Yeah, all the Ravens.
Yeah, so I have the Ravens winning the division as well. Until proven otherwise, it's Cincinnati, can they stay healthy? If they do, I like them to contend. But as of right now, until proven otherwise, the Baltimore will win this division. I do have Baltimore and Cincinnati though, both over on their wins. I think Baltimore wins 13, and I have Cincinnati at 11. Cleveland, I think they'll also get over 9, probably 9 wins. And Pittsburgh, ooh, I'd probably take the under. It's hard for me to think that all 4 of these teams would have a winning record. It's hard to. I mean, they've done it before, but I don't think this year that'll happen. So Baltimore winning this division. Kyle also thinks Baltimore wins the division, so we're all on the same page on this one. So yeah, if
Man, Broncos could start 0-6.
Yeah, their schedule's rough too.
Jeez.
All right, on to the NFC North. So last year, the Detroit Lions won the division. Packers were second. Minnesota was third, right? You all didn't.
Yeah,
And
we were
Chicago was last. Yeah,
because they had the first pick.
Right.
Well,
That's how it
no.
shaped up last year, and let's see how it's going to
Carolina's
shape
pick.
up this year. What you got, Chad? NFC North.
Vikings obviously are going to win some games, but not a lot of games, so they're probably going to be last. My favorite is the Lions to win. I think the Lions are not slightly. They're a little bit better than the Packers. I think the Packers are pretty good, but like they're not at the Lions level. Lions have been building and building and building on this, and now they're ready to fucking take it all the way to the NFC Championship game. Possibly.
I think the Lions have the arguably top 2 offensive line.
Yeah, they're Penei Sewell and their center. What's his name?
Oh, what's that guy's name?
Beasts. I've playing against them in Madden is not fun.
Ragnow.
Yes,
Ragnow.
Frank Ragnow.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lions. I'll definitely hit the over on that. I'll hit the over on the Packers 9.5. 10.5 on the Lions. I'm taking the over. Bears. It's tough. There's been so much change, and I don't know what it's gonna look like. It's so hard to know what the Bears will look like. They could. I mean, if Caleb Williams is as good as everyone thinks, and he has a lot of weapons, possibly I think we talked about this before. This might be the best Bears offense ever. If you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, they arguably have the best trio of wide receivers.
Trio wide receivers. They have DeAndre Swift. They have Cole Kmet. Like they are stacked on. Like they gave they gave Caleb Williams everything, and they gave Justin Fields absolutely fucking nothing except for running for his life and getting sacked a bunch. So I think they learned their lesson, and I don't want under 9. I'll take the under on that one. And the Vikings. I guess I'm just gonna say 7. I'm not gonna go over under. I think their total will be 7 wins. They have Sam Darnold as their quarterback, who people are saying
as your quarterback.
Revival. What? Yeah. Okay.
Don't disengage from your team now. No. Your quarterback.
We talking about the Eagles? We talking about Jalen Hurts?
He's like a minor upgrade to everybody you had last year.
No chance.
No. To Kirk Cousins?
Kirk?
Well, Kirk got hurt. I mean, before Kirk got hurt.
Oh, you're
after
talking about
Kirk got hurt.
All your options after Kirk, and obviously Kirk never came back, so it didn't even matter.
I don't know. We had an astronaut playing quarterback.
Little did you guys know that once Kirk got hurt, he would never play for you guys again. He just said, fuck it.
Well, he didn't just say fuck it. He wanted a longer term contract because he wanted to end. And the Vikings were like, well, we're going to draft a quarterback. And he's like, well, that doesn't really jive with my plans. And the Vikings said, yeah, we know. So, see ya.
And then the Falcons drafted a quarterback.
And then the Falcons drafted a quarterback. So that's what happened. I feel bad for Kirk. I like Kirk. If he wants to come back to Minnesota, he's more than welcome to. We need a mentor for JJ McCarthy because he's going through an injury. Kirk Cousins has gone through an injury. They can bond over some creed. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with 7 wins, unfortunately, for my Vikings. And Sam Darnold as our starting QB, and there's no other option unless Tom Brady wants to come back. I would love that.
Michael wouldn't. He'd get rid of all his subscriptions and never watch the NFL.
He's gonna have a tough time watching any games that he's commentating on. Like, oh,
yeah,
God,
and speaking of, he has to be very careful on how he comments, and what he does, being a broadcaster now, because he's part owner for the Raiders, so he can't do certain things to the job because of that. So that's going to be interesting.
It's going to pay dividends. I bet Raiders is going to go up. Stock's going to go up. Tom Brady owns it. They're going to, I mean, they got some good talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do like any of the pregame shit at all. You can't talk to any of the teams. You can't do shit.
All right, Michael. NFC North.
All right, NFC North. This is another, I'd say, the second toughest division in the NFL after the AFC North. Both northern divisions are pretty dang tough. That being said, going with the previous division winner again, the Lions. I definitely think Dan Campbell is a great head coach. He just didn't. It's definitely surprised me because that whole kneecap biting thing at the beginning of his career there, kind of weird. I'm like, this guy's a freaking weirdo, man. No way he lasts. But I guess the players responded to it, and they're biting kneecaps, man. That running game is sick with Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown is top 3 wide receiver in the game. I'd say Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill are the only 2 better wide receivers than him, and that's enough said.
Above Chase?
I would start at this moment.
TD.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, I would take Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, availability is the best ability.
That's true.
I think Amon-Ra St. Brown has proven that
I
he
was thinking
stays on
in
the
a
field.
vacuum. I was thinking in a vacuum.
Maybe if Chase and CD are always out there as often as Amon-Ra, I might think differently. But
Yeah, obviously you have to take injuries into effect.
yeah, and I mean that being said,
Into
Tyreek got hurt
account.
last year, but he came back still and put up ridiculous numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, yeah, Lions, and I'll take the over on that. They're a 12 to 14 win team, in my opinion. So they could get up there.
Wow.
So they're
Okay.
definitely a good team. Packers. I got Jordan Love in one of my fantasy drafts, so I'm definitely high on them. Obviously, if I'm going to draft them, so I think they're definitely going to be a team to contend with. The way they looked at the end of last year was pretty crazy. They embarrassed the shit out of the Cowboys on national TV, so that was pretty cool. And
Always a good day.
yeah.
It's always a good day when the Cowboys get embarrassed.
Yeah. Whether you hate the Packers or not, I think we can all agree it's just cool to watch the Cowboys get embarrassed in the playoffs. like when Tony Romo fumbled that extra point, I'm like, oh my gosh, Tony, oh you dummy. Anyways, so yeah, we'll give them 10 wins. I see them getting 10 wins. The Bears are definitely the most improved team, probably out of any team in the NFL. Their GM's doing a really good job there. But they still have a rookie quarterback. I know he's going to be good, but I just don't see a rookie quarterback being able to fully impart his. I don't know. There's just Caleb Williams. I think he's going to be good, but I think he's definitely going to have some growing pains, especially in that division. There's going to be some tough defenses to overcome. But I definitely like that wide receiver core is insane. Probably the scariest top 3 wide receivers in the NFL when healthy, I would say. I mean, we'll see how Rome Odunze is, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be good.
And but Keenan Allen has to stay healthy.
Keenan Allen he did come up on the injury report today. He's limited in practice, but he's going to play. Anyways, yeah, so we'll get their over under is 9. I'd say 9 is accurate. And then the Vikings at 7. I think that is also accurate. I think they're going to be competitive in a lot of games, but just ultimately Sam Darnold. That's it. Sam Darnold.
Yep. That's all you got to say. Losing season, Sam Darnold.
You think Aaron Jones makes a difference?
No. I mean, you can only use Aaron Jones so much, and he himself has been known to get hurt. And if you can't really use him as a workhorse all the time.
True.
Well, and he's hot.
Yeah. All right, so Chad, I know you stepped away there for a second. I don't know if you heard him. Michael thinks Detroit is a 12 to 14 win team this year.
A 12 to 14 win?
Yeah. Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
At least 12, but we'll see. Yeah. They could catch fire. Just keep it going.
I can see that.
All right, so I'm going to try to do this with my mind and not my heart. As much as I think the Packers overachieved last year because there was very low expectations. I remember saying at the beginning when we did this last year that I wanted Green Bay to win 9 games. Why? Because that's what Aaron Rodgers won his last season. So did they make the right decision letting him go? Yes, because they ended with the same win total without him. So Jordan Love had a couple rough stretches, a couple 2-3 game stretches, but towards the end of the season, he really started to get together. And I think over his last, forgot the game count, but he ended the season with 16 touchdowns, 1 interception. That is phenomenal. I think it was a 4-game stretch, and then obviously what he did against Dallas and that defense is unbelievable too. He forgot how to play football against San Francisco, but so does every other Green Bay quarterback in the last decade. So, he's just fallen in line with that. I do like the Packers in the over with this. I think that it comes down to who wins the division. I think it comes down to their head-to-head matchups, because their last game against each other, I believe, is week 14. So I think that'll have implications on the division. But as of right now, I'm going to pick Detroit to win the division. Just overall, they're a better team. Like I said, they have, you could argue, the best offensive line in football. That's tough to overcome when you really only have one good defensive lineman. So it'll be tough for our defense to get pressure on them. But as far as the Lions, I think they'll be over. Packers over. Bears, I'm gonna go under. I think they'll end 8-9. And Minnesota, I'm gonna go under as well. 5 or 6 games. I think they'll win. And you all brought it up. Why? Sam Darnold.
Enough said.
I think that's an easy thing to fall on, but it's pretty safe to say that that'll be the reason why. And I feel bad for Justin Jefferson. He's obviously
and his fantasy owners.
Yes. He's yeah, but if anybody's going to get any numbers on that team from a fantasy standpoint, it'll be him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, how it ended.
7th year of revival. All right, enough slander on Sam Darnold. He's a human too. He
Right.
maybe this is his year. It's finally his year.
Maybe in Madden if he plays Madden. On rookie. All right. AFC East. People are thinking that. Oh, I'm sorry. Kyle picked the Lions to win the division. So AFC East. I think this is probably. I know we said AFC North, NFC North, probably the 2 best divisions in football, or toughest divisions in football. AFC East to me is the most intriguing this year. A lot going on. Tua with the health. Aaron Rodgers coming back. Bills without Diggs. It's just like there's so, and I mean, we're not even talking about the Patriots, but it's that division's very interesting to me this year. So let's see how it plays out. It's like Michael stepped away for a second. So Chad, I'm actually going to go first.
Go for it.
On this one, a little different. So last year, before the season started, I picked the Jets to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, but not because of Aaron Rodgers. I picked them because of their defense, and their defense had to make up for Zach Wilson playing quarterback last year. So you can only do so much,
You saw like the first few snaps. You're like, all right, Aaron Rodgers, okay. And then the 4th snap, and then the 5th snap was Aaron Rodgers' Achilles. And then the 6th snap was your brain, because you picked the Jets.
Yes, I did. I am not going to, as much as I want to, put the Jets in the Super Bowl this year. I will not. Though I think it'd be pretty cool if they did make it.
It'd be funny.
I'd love to see a Rodgers Mahomes AFC Championship game. That'd be That would be very entertaining to watch. But
in the Meadowlands.
I have the God, it's hard to say now because of Rodgers' health, but I do have the Jets winning the AFC East. It's all predicated on Aaron Rodgers being healthy, though. Obviously, I have the Dolphins in second. So Jets, I think they probably are, because I think the Jets have like the fourth easiest schedule this year. So I'm gonna say that they easily get over 10. I'd say they have 12 wins this year. I have Miami at 11 wins, maybe 10. The Bills over or under 10.5. I have them 8 and 9. I think they do awful this year. There's who does he have left? Who does Jared Allen have left?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, sorry, Josh Allen. Who does Josh Allen have left?
He has James Cook. He has Cole Beasley. He has. I don't even know if Cole Beasley's playing there anymore.
I mean, I guess he has a stud in Dalton Kincaid.
Dalton Kincaid.
I guess.
There you go.
But
he has that one guy.
He has that Commanders receiver, Samuel, too.
Oh yeah, Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, but
see,
no, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. Patriots have the hardest schedule this year, which is such a they can never get out of their hole that they've been thrown into. Now that they are going to be with the hardest schedule this year, they might not win a game. That 4.5, that's gracious. I don't. I mean, I'm gonna pull up their schedule real quick, but I honestly, yeah, I think you said it earlier, right, Michael, about their first 6 games. You could even go 7 or 6. Yeah, 6 games. Yeah, Cincinnati, Seattle, New York, Jets, 49ers, Dolphins, Texans. That is a tough opening 6 weeks. I mean, their easiest game would probably be Arizona. The rest in Tennessee, probably. Those are the 2 easiest games. That's it. I could see them losing those games too. You know what? Patriots 0-17 this year. Book it. I'm calling it right now. 0-17.
No faith in Jacoby.
0. The organization as a whole. So Jets winning the division and Dolphins in second, Bills in third. I do not see a 3-team playoff with this division. The Bills are out. I don't have them in the playoffs. All right, Chad. AFC East, who you got?
All right. AFC East. New England Patriots. They went out and got their guy, Gerard Mayo, and then they went out and got another guy named Drake May, and they're gonna do absolutely fucking nothing. I after seeing that schedule, yeah, I think I'll take the under on the wins.
They're just gonna tank again so they can draft some players around Drake May next year.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think Drake May is doing that well. That from all the reports I've seen, I haven't seen anything positive about him. Have you all seen anything positive about him at all?
I don't know. The last preseason game I saw him play, he outplayed Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, so Jacoby Brissett is the starter there. It's not looking.
He definitely
good.
looked. He made some good throws when I was watching him. I think there's raw talent there with Drake May. I think they're probably just saving him because they already know the season's lost, and they're like, why throw him? They probably are just like they don't want to get him hurt. They saw what happened to JJ McCarthy, and they're like, oh damn, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
It's also preseason.
So
yeah, but they
You know?
also might be realistic. They've seen Super Bowl teams, and they probably are very realistic internally. Like, yeah, we don't have a Super Bowl team. They're probably not that naive to assume that they're going to have a tough season.
So yeah, I'm going under on the Patriots 4.5. Yeah, they could win 4 games, maybe at most tops, like fluke games where they get like a touchdown at the end of the game where they shouldn't have. Uh, I have the Bills. I have the Bills higher. I have the Bills win the division.
How?
What?
Winning the division?
Yep. Winning the division.
Okay.
I think this is Josh Allen's year to shine, and he's finally figured out everything, and everything is going to be hunky dory, and they're going to win. They're going to win over. They're going to win 12 games. The Jets with Aaron Rodgers, they're gonna win 10 games. They'll be in the playoffs. I don't think the Jets just miraculously go from being a piece of shit team to all of a sudden just amazing with Aaron Rodgers. Doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback, but that doesn't change who the Jets are as an organization. I mean, butt fumble, everything. It's just, it's the Jets are, they're not destined for greatness.
So real quick on the Bills' schedule, they have 2 4-game stretches that are really tough. Week 4 through, or maybe a 3-game stretch. The first at Baltimore, at Houston, at Jets. That's a 3-week stretch, and then towards the later part of the season, they have Kansas City. Then they have a bye week. Then it's San Francisco, the Rams, and then Detroit.
Oof. That's gonna be tough.
Those are tough. Those are tough 2 stretches there.
But if they can make it, they have Patriots, Jets, Patriots.
That's
That's a
well,
little sandwich. Yeah. That's a little sandwich at the end. They can. They may not be able to eat it all.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna be. They may not be able to beat the Jets. Maybe. But it's at home, so probably. Yeah, I got 3 wins at the end there. Easy. Yeah, but those 4 games in a row are pretty tough. I am lastly talking about the Dolphins, and I have them at 10 wins. I think I'll take the over on that, the 9.5, because they're a good team when it's warm out. So if as long as it's doesn't get too cold and so it doesn't get cussed, they'll do pretty well. That's it.
All right. So do you have a 3-team playoff?
Huh?
Are you having 3 of those teams in the playoffs?
3? I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. All right, Michael. AFC East. Who you got?
This year, I think the AFC East is going to be won by the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins, they're probably really, really pissed about that terrible game they played in Kansas City. I mean, I think they want to prove to people that maybe they can play in cold weather, but
They can't.
I don't think they can. That doesn't mean they won't win the division
Dolphins
because
don't swim in cold water.
Yeah, talent-wise, I think right now they are the best team, but because I just don't know how the Bills are going to be without just Stephon Diggs, and I don't know. They do have a good team. Maybe Stephon Diggs is actually the cancer, and maybe they'll do good. But
Yeah, he is a
yeah,
cancer.
I'm going to the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to say they're an 11-win team. So taking the over in the 9.5. Then we'll look at the Buffalo Bills, which I was just talking about. I think they are going to be on the outside looking in, but they'll be right there. They'll be like a 9 or 10 win team. I'm going to go 9, so we'll go under on the Bills. And because it's 10.5. And then the Jets, I don't know. I don't know if I really see Aaron Rodgers returning back to his MVP form. I think the Jets are not going to have a good year. I think maybe there's going to be a few games maybe early on in the season, or Aaron Rodgers might have some stuff, but yeah, I think age is going to catch up to him, and that brutal injury he had at the beginning of last year, I don't think it's going to help him any this year with his mobility and trying to avoid getting sacked. So, yeah, we'll go under on the wait, what is that? 10. So we'll go. I'm saying they're going to be a 7-win team.
The Jets?
Jets, 7 wins.
Oof.
Yeah, they're not going to be as good as they want to be. Sorry, New York.
Damn,
Not sorry.
New York Jets.
And then Patriots are going to only win 1 to 2 games. So yeah, definitely taking the under in that 4.5 because yeah, we already talked about them. They're garbage.
All right. Kyle had the Jets winning the AFC East. So yeah, Mike, I think you got up and walked away for a sec, but at the beginning of this one, I think that the AFC East is the most intriguing division this year. As far as, what's Allen going to do with nothing? Is Rodgers going to be healthy? And is what can we expect from Tua? Is he going to be healthy? Is he not? And then I've added to the intrigue with cheering for the Patriots to lose every game this year. So 0-17. Maybe they'll draft DJ however you say his name, as their next franchise quarterback.
So exactly 0 wins is plus 3,700.
Ooh, I might do that. I might do that. Why not?
1 wins is plus 1,200. Very intriguing. Very intriguing.
I might have to do that 0-win one. Put $1 on it. Why not?
$37 at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Not bad. Little treat.
Yeah. Used for the playoffs,
Yeah.
All right. The division I hate talking about the most, the NFC East. Because the Cowboys are in it. All right, Michael, who do you have in the NFC East?
The NFC East this year is going to go to the Washington Commanders. Surprise pick here. I like the regime change. I think Dan Quinn is a really good coach.
Yes.
I think he knows what he's doing. Yeah, we all know the 28-3, but I think he is going to be a really big time boost for this team. Jaden Daniels, I think he's going to be a stud. Fighting for the offensive rookie of the year, probably going to win it. They just signed Terry McLaurin to a long-term deal. Although they did trade away Jahan Dotson, who I kind of thought was an important receiver for them. But
how many wins are the Commanders getting?
I'm gonna give the Commanders. They're gonna be a 10-win team.
It's plus 440.
Plus
10 wins, winning the division.
Yeah, I think this division's not as good as
wow
people think it is. This is not a good division.
This is not the NFC Beast like it was. I don't know if you know that. You remember when it was the NFC Beast? That was good times.
No, this is more like the NFC least right now. Because I don't have faith in the Cowboys. You have Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott. Neither of them got a contract. I think they're gonna have this weird monkey on their back all season, and they're just not gonna look right. So Cowboys are taking the under for sure. They're going to be maybe a 6 or 7 win team. They already lost to Ron Bland on defense, a guy who's
Yep.
leading the league in interceptions, so that's not going to help them.
6 weeks, right? 6 to 8.
Yeah. Yeah. So I assume they're going to lose more than half of those games without him. So that's where I'm seeing the Cowboys end up this year. Eagles, I don't know. After watching last year, I feel like they're broken and they lost their freaking captain in the center. So I'm not sure how they're going to handle no Jason Kelsey. Definitely not going to be doing the tush push anymore.
They did
So,
add
yeah,
Saquon though.
Yeah, I mean Saquon could have 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, and they're still going to have less than 10 wins, in my opinion. So, we'll go Eagles with 9 wins. They'll be close. Maybe they can get a wild card depending on how the rest of the NFC looks. And then the Giants, obviously, they're going to be competing with the New England Patriots for the shittiest team in the NFL. So I think Danny Dimes is stealing New York Giants money. So, yep, New York Giants they got rid of Saquon Barkley. It was the only reason they could even have some sort of offense, and now he's not there. Malik Neighbors, I think he's not going to be signing a second contract with the Giants.
You never know. They could do bad enough to where they get a new quarterback.
Yeah, who knows? I guess time will tell. But definitely not going to.
Maybe they can get Jalen Milroe.
Yeah, maybe. It's definitely not leaving a good taste in his mouth to start with. Anyways, yeah, that's how I looked. I got the Washington Commanders with the surprise win of the division, and it's going to be tight. Nobody's going to be dominant. That's why I think 10 wins is going to win it.
All right, Chad.
Wow. I have to follow up.
I don't know.
That just nonsense. Okay. So getting back to reality.
Facts.
We have the defending NFC East champion Eagles.
Wrong.
What?
Wrong.
I
Cowboys
mean,
won the division.
Cowboys won the division.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They did win the division at the end.
Because they went Eagles were 10-1 and lost 5 in a row.
Wow, man, that sucks. Sucks to suck. All right, so the Cowboys won it last year, so that means the Eagles are going to win it this year. The Eagles have improved. They got some better. They got Saquon. Saquon's amazing. As soon as Saquon joined the Eagles, the Giants fans were trashing Saquon, even though they were praising him during the season. It's pretty crazy. The Giants fans are idiots. So Eagles definitely winning over. They're gonna win over 10.5. I mean, it's -1. It's -155. It's gonna happen. You have the Cowboys, poo-poo, Dak Prescott, and poo-poo, not JJ McCarthy, Mike McCarthy. So that's the limits that you have right there. Those will limit your team to only 10 wins. I do think they'll hit the over, albeit they're is Micah Parsons practicing yet? Is he playing?
I think so.
Does he have contract dispute? Or is that next year that he's just prepping?
I think it's next year.
Oh, he's just prepping. He's just prepping he's just ready. Dude, that dude is just like crazy. All right, so yeah, so Cowboys win 10, which is completely the opposite you just heard before me, which was someone going out on a limb and that limb breaking. I'm not dogging anyone's picks or anything.
Right.
So the Giants, how laughable are they? They fucked up Saquon Barkley. They fucked it up really bad. They could have had him, and they fucked it up. so bad. Did you all see the Hard Knock videos? The behind the
No.
scenes? Oh my god. Oh,
I didn't watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh god, they're so stupid.
See, I hated it last year because they didn't show the people getting fired or let go. It was
Oh
stupid.
yeah.
It was dumb.
Still have Danny Dimes. You have a lot of young weapons, but you don't have anything big. Everyone you bring wants to leave or sucks, like Kenny Galladay. Like, so the Giants are a mess. I could see them losing, or I could see them hitting the under on this 6.5. And lastly, the Commanders. They have revitalized, but they are not there yet. Jaden Daniels is a stud. He'll overcome all odds and win 6 games with the Commanders. They'll take one from each division opponent, and then a few other games. But definitely not winning the division. I don't know.
Well,
we shall see. The proof is in the pudding, as they say.
I don't want to bet that.
Well, speaking of leaps, just because it's so astronomical, I'm gonna say this first. Kyle picked the Giants to win the division.
See, that's way more like insane than the Commanders.
Well, yeah, okay.
I'll add to the insanity of that Giants division winner pick later when we discuss end of year awards. But for me, I think that Dallas wins the division again. I think that we've seen Prescott have great regular seasons. Nobody cares about the regular season with them anymore. They don't. They don't care. They want playoffs. It's not going to happen.
Playoffs.
They're not going to win. They're not going to win in the playoffs.
I'll talk about playoffs.
But I think that this is a year for Dak to prove something. And I think he will be in the MVP running this year. Just from a statistical standpoint, I think the Cowboys. I think they end the season just like they did last year, 12-5, and they win the division. As far as the rest, Eagles will come in second. I think Dallas ends with 12 wins. I have Philly at 10, and then Commanders. I'll give them 7. I'll give them the over. And then the Giants. I'll put them at. I'll put them right at that 6 wins, and that's generous. I mean, 6 wins is hard to give them, but because if Danny Dimes gets hurt again, there's nothing, literally nothing left on that team. So, yeah, they'll be lucky to win 6 games. All right, AFC South. AFC South. Who you got, Michael? Coming out of the AFC South.
AFC South.
Also, too, this is the first.
Not a great division.
Yeah, real quick. The AFC East or NFC East. That's the first one this year that all of us picked a different division winner. So, all of us picked a different team. All right, sorry, Michael. Go ahead. AFC South.
Yeah, it's okay. This will be quick. This is not that great of a division. I think it's pretty easy to pick this one. No, actually, I picked an upset one on this, so I'm gonna have to talk now. I picked the Colts. So that's because I believe in Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor. And Michael Pittman, I think, is coming into his own. And yeah, they're definitely. I like Shane Steichen. That guy, he made Justin Herbert look amazing in his first year as a quarterback. I think I love Shane Steichen. So yeah, Colts are going to win it. Texans are also going to. So Colts are 8.5. So I'm going to say Colts actually win 11 games this year, and then I've got the Texans at 10 wins. They're going to get the over at 9.5. Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence just got paid, and I feel like he's regressing and soon to be a waste of money for the Jaguars. I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence. I'm going under on them. They're going to be an 8-win team this year. And then obviously there's always one dud in these bad divisions. It's even worse than the rest of the three. Titans. Yeah, just I mean, Tony Pollard is their number one. Yeah, he's okay, but they have Mayo Boy at the helm. I don't know. Yeah, they're going to be a 5-win team.
All right, Chad.
All right, so back to regularly scheduled programming. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning this division, which is not as bad as Michael says it is. Just one team's really bad. Texans are really good. I like them a lot. I think that they're going to win a lot of games. I think they're going to definitely go over 9.5.
They have a top 10 hard schedule this year.
They may even have the same record as Jaguars. Who knows? Because that's how good they are. But the Jaguars will win the division. And then the Colts will come in. Probably, I think they'll win 9 games. They are a better team than last year by the fact that Anthony Richardson's back. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt again. He is prone to injury because of the way he plays, so we'll see. If he keeps getting hurt, it's just freak athlete potential out the wazoo. Can't happen just because of the injuries.
Right.
It's gonna suck. But let's
hope
for no injuries at all this year.
You think Diggs is a detriment to this team in Houston?
He's a detriment to every team he goes to. He was a detriment in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Even though he had the catch that we all remember.
Yep. Playoffs.
Joe Buck announcing against the Saints. Fuck the Saints. Yeah, so Colts won't be too bad. They'll get 9 wins, and then the Titans will be poo-poo because they have a poo-poo quarterback who went to a poo-poo school. So I think the Titans will win probably 6 games at most. Like I said, they're poo-poo.
All right, so Kyle and I both agree the Texans will win this division. I think the Texans, obviously, I think CJ Stroud showed more than what we initially thought of. Definitely went above and beyond. I think that continues. And fingers crossed Tank Dell doesn't get hurt again, because that was a huge loss for them last year. And Collins went down too, right? During the season, I believe. Nico Collins got hurt too.
Maybe.
But I think that the Texans repeat this division, and I have them at 12 wins this year. Followed by Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville and Indianapolis will have the same amount of wins. I just think head to head, I think Jacksonville beats them both times, and that's what gives them the Jacksonville the second place. And then I'm not even gonna waste my breath on the Titans.
Right.
All right. NFC West. We have 49ers, Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals. Chad, NFC West.
NFC West. The domination of Kyle almost said Sean McVay. No. Kyle Shanahan continues. the Emperor will win this division pretty easily because the Cardinals are coached by a weirdo. The Seahawks have a new head coach, and the Rams are pretty good, but they're not as good as the 49ers, and they don't have as good a head coach, even though Sean McVay has won a Super Bowl. Yeah, so I have the over for the 49ers. I think they'll easily get that. The Rams are good. They came back. They came at the end of the season when Matt Stafford was figuring it out. Matt Stafford's fully healthy this year, finally, because of his elbow. So I think that the Rams will definitely be a playoff team. 49ers are going to win the number 1 seed and win the bye as well.
Okay. How many wins do you think they'll have?
At least.
You said?
How many wins did I say the Lions? Did you write that down?
The Lions, you gave them you said 10 or 11.
Okay. So I haven't gone too high. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to go 13 wins.
Okay. All right, Michael, NFC West.
Oh wait, did I finish? I didn't finish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Seahawks. The Seahawks could win 8. The Rams will win 10 or 11. So I'll definitely take the over on the 8.5. I'll take the 8 and I'll take the 7 for the Actually, I'll take the under for the Cardinals, under 7. I think the Cardinals aren't that good, and they run. I mean, there's a new Call of Duty coming out. Kyler Murray. It's just I can't trust. I
like
can't
clockwork.
trust that. Yeah, you can't. They could even surprise you in the beginning of the season, and then they're gonna tail off. It happens every year. All right, Michael. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's all good. So 49ers easily winning this division. They finally got all their players signed, Ayuk and Trent Williams, so they can hit the road running. CMC is going to be making all their fantasy owners happy. He's going to run away with it this year. Brock Purdy's probably going to have another good season. I see this 49ers as the 13-14 win team. So we'll take the over on the 11. The Los Angeles Rams. This is their first year without Aaron Donald, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't know how much that's going to impact them. Sean McVay's a good coach. I think they have players and stuff. So I think they're going to be competitive. I'm going to take the over on the 8.5 with the 9 wins. Seahawks, they have some players. You know, I like the running back Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. They have a good dual-headed monster there in their backfield. So I will also take the over on them. I think they're a 9-win team. And then the Cardinals. You know, I think they are going to be surprisingly good. I mean, they were kind of a surprise team last year too. Jonathan Gannon kind of got what was supposed to be one of the worst teams in the NFL to play really hard every week. So I think their roster is still incomplete, and I think 7 wins is right on the nose. So the over under is 7. So I don't bet over or under. I bet 7. So that's my NFC West picks.
All right. I also have the 49ers winning this division and over 11. Yeah, I could see over 11, 12 or 13. Rams will come in second, probably 10 wins. Seattle around that 8 or 9. Arizona, that they're under. 49ers winning the division. Kyle has the Rams winning this division. I would have loved to have heard what he had to say about this on why. I said this earlier. Until proven otherwise, I don't see how you could pick against the 49ers for this division. Like you said, Michael, they got all their pieces locked up, so there's no contractual issues that they have to worry about now going into the season. So yeah, 49ers on this division. And Chad, you said number 1 overall seed in the NFC for the 49ers?
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Have we gotten
Are you thinking the Falcons? You thinking the Falcons?
No, I am not. I actually haven't decided yet. So we'll see. I haven't made that decision yet. I'll make it before the end of the night. All right. Michael, do you think the 49ers are the number 1 seed in the NFC?
In the NFC for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No question about it.
I'm just making sure I have that.
Unless there's
down.
a catastrophic injury to one of their main pieces, but outside
They have
of that,
like 17 main pieces.
I know. I was going to say they probably can overcome.
Well, if Brock Purdy gets hurt,
Brock
that's
Purdy
it.
is one of them. Brock Purdy or Trent Williams.
Oh, Brock Purdy can't play football without Trent Williams.
Trent. I was going to say Trent Williams might lead to a Brock Purdy injury.
That's true. Well, it's a mental injury when Trent Williams isn't out there for Purdy.
Yeah.
We saw how that went last year.
Yeah.
All right.
And remember when they played without a quarterback pretty much in the
Yep.
in the NFC championship? Like, that's just can't happen. Can't happen.
All right. We have finally reached Michael's division, the AFC West. All right, Michael, go ahead. You take it away first.
It sucks, but it's got to be the Chiefs until proven otherwise. They're always gonna fucking until Mahomes and Andy Reid split up. I mean, they're gonna be just like Belichick and Brady, unfortunately, for the rest of the AFC West and AFC. But yeah, so they're definitely gonna be over on the 11.5. We'll give them 12 wins. And then there is the Chargers, my team, obviously. And I think they are going to have a comeback year. I mean, they got rid of our cancer, which was Brandon Staley, and replaced it with a Harbaugh. So, I mean, Harbaugh blood knows how to coach football teams and build football teams. And I think that is going to, regardless of the Chargers losing history and being perpetual anti-clutch
Failures.
teams.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just like just the just making everybody wonder why you're still a fan of them, kind of team. Anyways, that's besides the point. It's for Justin Herbert's redemption season, even though he's not going to be throwing a lot because they're going to ground and pound. We'll give them 10 wins this year, taking the over. Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins going to be running the show there. All right, enough about my Chargers. On to the terrible Raiders who don't have a quarterback. They are also one of those teams that has 2 quarterbacks. I mean, Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, I mean, they're basically the same. So I don't. Yeah, they're not going to be doing much regardless of how good their defense is. They're going to be under on the 6.5, 6 wins. Denver Broncos, on the other hand, I think are going to be better than this 6. They're 6 wins predicted. I think that they're not going to be the last place team in this division. The Raiders will. Broncos will be the 3rd place team with 7 wins. Bo Nix is going to have a respectable rookie season. Not going to blow anybody away, but he's definitely going to keep the Broncos competitive. So give them 7 wins.
Do you all think that Devontae Adams requests a trade
To the Jets.
or the trade deadline?
To the Jets.
Yeah, I think.
Or he can come back home. He can come back home.
No.
Get that wide receiver leader in the locker room.
No.
Why not?
Because fuck the Packers.
They have a bona fide number 1 in New York already. They don't need another one. We don't. We don't have a bona fide number 1. So we could take him back. All right. Chad, AFC West.
Michael's right. Kansas City Chiefs are gonna win.
I love hearing that. By the way.
I so much so that I completely forgot anything about the
Jackson home run.
rest.
Sorry.
I completely forgot about the rest of that division, that it even existed. That's how big the Chiefs are. And as much as everyone hates it, including Michael, just like he hates Taylor Swift. Yeah, but they're at least 12 wins. They got fair. And then Chargers, like Michael was gloating about, got Jim Harbaugh, and they're gonna be way better this year. I could see them winning 9, maybe 10 wins. Maybe squeak in the playoffs, maybe. Who the fuck knows, though? Because they could always get hurt. Right, Michael?
Yeah, but we don't throw those negative things out there.
I'm not putting you.
Especially, I mean, you can't bring me down. Jackson Merrill, National League Rookie of the Year winner, soon to be winner, just hit a 3-run home run.
We're talking about man sports. We're talking about football.
Hey, this is a 20-year-old man showing what he's made of.
Well, at least he's American.
He is. Good old Jackson Merrill. All right, sorry, enough about Padres.
Why do you think the Raiders are so bad? They played their asses off last year.
Yeah, now they have no assets.
Who's their quarterback, though?
It's Minshew.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, they're going to be bad. You're right. Yeah, I'm thinking Broncos and Raiders end with 6 or 7 wins. One of those two is going to have 6. One of them is going to have 7. Either way, that's bad.
All right. Yes. Kansas City winning this division easily. I have them at 13 wins this year. I don't think there's a Super Bowl hangover. People want to say that there will be. I don't. They have the 10th easiest schedule this year, so I don't see it being a problem for them. Chargers. I like seeing the Chargers in the playoffs this year. I think they make it. I agree with you, Michael. The Broncos over the Raiders in this division this year. Broncos are not that bad. I do like what's his name? I forgot his name. No, not Bo Nix. Not Bo
Patrick
Nix.
Surtain.
No, defensive side.
Yeah, that's the defense.
Yeah, that's defensive side.
Oh.
They don't have Justin Simmons anymore.
John Franklin Myers. That's what I was thinking of. I like him. Defensive end, or I guess it depends what defense they run. But anyway, yeah, I like them third in the division, and then the Raiders. I like them to lose like their first 5 or 6, and then Devontae requests a trade. So, yeah, and Kyle picked the Chiefs as well. Not a surprise. All right, NFC South. NFC South, last division. Chad, who you have?
Time.
Just like last year, it is a fucking dumpster fire of a fucking division. They added more comedy by adding Kirk Cousins to the Falcons. And we know how the Falcons love to blow leads, and we know how Kirk Cousins loves to be mediocre. So I can't wait to see that happen. I hope that Kirk Cousins wins the MVP because I win a bunch of money. Because I put a bet on it. Actually 6 months ago. So I want to win that money. I also put a Super Bowl bet for the Kansas City to win. I hope that hits as well, but it probably won't. Anyway, so back to the Falcons. I think they can win 10. Buccaneers could win 8. 9. We'll go 9. We can go 9. The Buccaneers are not terrible. They're not the greatest, but we saw what they did last year. They
Made the
overperformed.
playoffs.
They overperformed, made the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do that well this year, but because I think the 49ers, Rams, Eagles, Cowboys, Lions, and Packers are all going to make it. So I don't know if there's enough room in the raft for the Buccaneers. Panthers, horrible organization run by a scumbag. So I think I just think that they're gonna suck ass. I think 5.5 games is extremely generous. They didn't have a good draft because they didn't have any picks. So they still have Bryce Young. I don't know where this 5.5 comes from. I'd take the under. Like,
they still have Adam Thielen.
Yeah, Adam Thielen's their best receiver. What? Their running backs are Miles Sanders and Chuba Hubbard. They ain't winning shit. They trade away all their players. So
Yep.
I don't see the 5.5. I think they're going to win way less than that. And the Saints, fuck Saints, they'll get 7 wins because they gave away Jameis Winston and kept fucking Derek Carr. Did they?
Yep.
Did they know?
I mean, do you remember the 30-30 season though?
It was
I mean,
amazing.
that was bad.
It was amazing.
No. No.
It was incredible to watch Jameis Winston. He's had LASIK. All right, he can see better now.
I sure hope so. I didn't know he was colorblind too. Apparently he was.
Hey, I'm colorblind.
No, I'm saying LASIK fixed color blindness, so that's good. It's good to know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have him than Deshaun Watson on his contract.
Well, I mean.
Oh wait,
least...
you don't have to worry about it because they can just convert it into a signing bonus because the salary cap is not real.
All right, Michael, NFC South.
Yeah, so this is also one of those bad divisions. Obviously, you were just saying. I agree. This is a tough one to pick. Nobody has an elite starting quarterback anywhere, so that also plays a big part of what's going on here. I want to say the Falcons are going to be the team. I think they were one of the other most improved teams, right up there with the Bears. And even though I was very skeptical of the team and their direction when they drafted a quarterback after signing Kirk Cousins, it makes sense. Just it's an insurance policy, I guess, but it's weird they went about it doing that way. I guess they didn't think they could get Kirk if they knew they were going to be able to draft a quarterback. I don't know. Anyways, Falcons are going to win this division, and I'm going to take the under, though. They're going to win it with 9 wins. This is going to be everybody's going to be right around 9-8 wins in this division. Maybe
they also
less.
have the easiest schedule in the NFL this year. The Falcons do.
Oh, well, that also helps. I thought you meant the whole division.
No, the Falcons. The Falcons have the easiest schedule.
Okay, then give them 10 wins. Well, good. Now that you say that bumps. That's enough confidence to me to say they're going to have 10 wins. 10-win season. Take the over.
Their first 3 games that's rough though. Pittsburgh, Philly, and Kansas City. That's a rough opening stretch to start your season, but it gets much easier after that. So they finish with the Raiders, the Giants, the Commanders, and the Panthers. That's how they end the season. So pretty easy stretch to end it.
Very nice. All right, and then we have the Buccaneers. I think they'll be a 9-win team. I'll take the over on that. Tampa Baker is going to have some success, but just the team's getting older. They really I don't believe in Todd Bowles as the head coach. So I mean, they have enough talent there just from the Super Bowl team and Baker, but 9 wins is the best I could see them doing. Carolina Panthers, I think they're going to be better than 5.5 wins. I think Bryce Young finally going to have some talent to show on the field this year. Maybe the change of coach will do him good. I don't really know this Canales guy, but we'll see. You never know. We'll say 6 wins for the Panthers. Over. The Saints, I'm going to take over. I think they're an 8-win team because they have a really good defense and they have a good offense minus Derek Carr. So, yeah, they're going to be an 8-win team. Take the over in 7.5.
All right. I'm gonna take the Falcons in this division. I think they win 11 games, maybe 12. Like I said, their schedule is just super easy. 11 or 12. Tampa, Saints, Carolina. That's my order. I don't think the wins count really matters other than the Falcons because I don't see anybody else making the playoffs out of them except for the Falcons. And let's see. Kyle had the Buccaneers winning this division. So interesting pick. All right. So we got our divisions, how we want them. Do you all have something that is going to be shell-shockingly surprising for this upcoming season? It could be a player nobody's talking about. It could be a team.
Oh,
It
kind
could
of
be
like
anything.
I said at Almond Ross St. Brown last year. Remember that? And then I got
That
shit
hit.
on.
Yep. Michael earlier said top 3 now. He's top 3.
Oh shit!
So
You're welcome.
I agree.
All right. Do y'all have a biggest surprise that you're looking forward to, or that you think will happen?
Lad McConkey, Chargers rookie wide receiver from Georgia. I think they took him. Yeah, they took him in the top of the 2nd round, and he in camp I heard was putting on a show. Although he's not listed as one of the top 3 wide receivers on the depth chart, I think once he gets a chance to be on the field, he's going to shine and might actually fight his way back into the starting lineup. So, Lad McConkey, that's the big name to watch out for.
Okay. Chad?
Yeah, I don't really have any big surprises for this season. Yeah, I don't really see anything crazy happening.
Another receiver we should keep our eyes on that you think will enter the top 5?
I don't know. No, not this year. I haven't really put that much thought into that one.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I just kind of hit on Amon Ra.
Okay. My biggest surprise for this upcoming season is Jordan Love.
Oh wait, I do have one.
Okay.
Kyle Pitts. I know it's not really crazy, but I think he's going to be a top 5 tight end with Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins is going to lean on him, especially in the red zone. Just like he did Kyle
He's
Rudolph.
on the field.
Who? Kirk Cousins?
No,
Pitts.
Pitts. As long as he's on the field. He was injured riddled last year.
Well, hopefully he's fully healed this year. As long as he's fully healed.
I think he's starting questionable already. I'm not mistaken, but
so look out for Kyle Pitts.
Okay. It says he's 100% healthy, but he was dealing with a hamstring, so keep an eye on.
That's not 100% healthy.
Well, no, it said he expects to be 100% healthy for Sunday's season opener.
Good.
So, but the reason he was up for that.
Who are they playing?
Steelers.
Oh yeah, 2 tutties.
Okay. All right. My biggest surprise, Jordan Love will finish in the top 5 for MVP voting this year. That's my biggest surprise. I don't think he's going to have a 2 or 3 game stretch like he did last year. I think he'll be solid all year. All year. All right. All right. Let's get our conference matchups. AFC, NFC championship games. Michael, who do you have? Start with the AFC.
AFC winner?
Conference champion or conference game. Conference game. Conference championship game. Who's the
Who's
matchup?
in the game or who won?
Final Four.
Final Four.
Oh Jesus fucking
Chiefs
Christ!
Bengals. Chiefs Bengals.
Chiefs Bengals. Okay. All right, and your NFC?
And the NFC, we have Lions Niners.
All right, Chad.
I also had Lions Niners in the NFC Championship game. And in the AFC Championship game, I have Chiefs Ravens.
Who do you have at home on that game?
No data.
No.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Kyle gave us a Super Bowl matchup, so I don't know who he has in the conference championships, but he has the Chiefs or the Ravens winning the AFC and the Lions winning the NFC. So I can at least put those down. AFC for me, Chiefs will be in their 7th straight AFC championship game, which is just unbelievable. And they will be facing the Jets. That's what I have in the AFC. NFC, you ready for the biggest surprise for the day from me? You ready?
Packers and who else?
Packers are correct.
Yep.
Packers will be on the road.
49ers.
Nope.
Carolina.
49ers don't win a playoff game this year. They make the playoffs, but they do not win a playoff game. They lose in the wild card. Or they lose after the wild card, sorry, because they have the first round bye.
Yes.
I think they're the first number 1 overall seed in the NFC. No, Packers versus Eagles. NFC Championship game.
At the link?
At the link.
Oh,
Yep.
The Packers ain't winning that shit.
It's a rematch of the opening rematch of opening day. That's who I have.
Oh, no fucking way the Packers win in that game.
Jordan Love throws for 500 and
throws for 500. Is that his completion percentage?
500 percentage? Yeah,
No,
I'll take
500 like in baseball. 50%.
50%? No. No. I have. All right, so we named the matchups. Who do you have in the Super Bowl? Chad.
I have the 49ers versus the Ravens. The 49ers finally pull it off. Kyle Shanahan gets over the hump. But Lamar Jackson finally gets to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl MVP is obviously Christian McCaffrey. He's gonna fucking fuck that off in the defensive line of Baltimore. So yeah, I have 49ers winning it all. I had them winning it all last year and they didn't. They got close. They got very, very close, but this is the year they actually win it all because they're going to play the Ravens and not the Chiefs. But I also put a future on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. So this is separate from that.
Okay. All right, Michael, who do you have in the Super Bowl and who do you have winning and your Super Bowl MVP?
Well, congrats to the city of Detroit, and they're going to repeat what they did week 1 of last year and beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So I got the Chiefs getting back to the Super Bowl, but Jared Goff and those mighty Lions are going to beat Mahomes and Reed in an upset win, 34-28.
Like a fantasy for you.
What?
Watch the Chiefs lose like that. It's like
I mean, I don't know. Not really. I mean, I've already seen them lose one Super Bowl, but they fucking tortured me with a Brady winning the other side of it. So it's like, God damn it. What the hell was
Okay. All right. So I have two separate picks on this, and here's why. So I know this is
you
gonna
have
sound
one
crazy.
side is the Packers winning it all.
No,
Okay. All right. What's the other one?
actually, here it is. I have the Packers. I do have the Packers in the Super Bowl, but listen, in both scenarios they lose. Okay, both scenarios they lose.
Yeah,
Chiefs
that's where I get
win
off to.
Chiefs win a three-peat. I want to see that happen. But my initial matchup, Packers, Jets. Aaron Rodgers beats Green Bay in the Super Bowl and walks off into the sunset and retires, passing the torch to Jordan Love to take over the league on the NFC side. So I picked it last year. I'm gonna pick it again, Chad. Except this time it will be because of Aaron Rodgers and the Jets winning the Super Bowl. So no Achilles rupture this year.
You think
A lot
Packers
of
Jets?
Packers Jets.
Hmm.
Rodgers versus Green Bay.
Very
It's not even an option in DraftKings, is it?
I'm searching for it. I'm looking for it. Wait, I think I have to go to
You have to go in like the black
York
market to
Jets.
find that one.
New York
Yeah.
Jets versus the Packers. Just for them to make it is plus 9,000. If the matchup is indeed New York Jets Green Bay Packers plus 9,000.
Okay. All right. I mean, you know, any given Sunday, right?
Dollar
That's what
bet's
the
only
saying is.
$90. So
That's what the saying is. All right. So we obviously have who we have winning. Kyle had the Ravens beating the Lions in the Super Bowl, and Lamar Jackson as the Super Bowl MVP. All right. Who do you all have as your offense and defensive rookies of the year?
I have offensive rookie of the year. I have Jaden Daniels in an upset over Caleb Williams, and then my defensive rookie of the year is Byron Murphy from Seattle, defensive tackle.
Oh, okay.
I have the same offensive rookie as you, Jaden Daniels. Like I said, I picked the Commanders to win that division, so I have faith in the Commanders this year. And your guy's rookie, Dallas Turner, I think is going to be the defensive rookie of the year. That guy seems like he's going to be a stud for them.
I hope so.
I agree with the defensive rookie of the year. I think that was the steal of the draft. As far as the defensive side, definitely the steal of the draft.
I couldn't believe he dropped us.
Yeah, it was a surprising. Maybe the rest of the teams know something that we don't yet, but hopefully that's not the case as far as this award goes. Offensive rookie of the year, I agree with Jaden Daniels. I think he was spectacular last year for LSU. I think that transpires pretty well to the NFL. He's going to have to because that division defensively, he's got some guys he's got to run away from. So he's going to have to use his legs pretty often. All right. Defensive player of the year. Who do you all have?
Aiden Hutchinson. I think he breaks out this year. I mean, he's good, but I think he fucking breaks out this year for the Lions. And Lions, he basically is the leader of the Lions, and he's gonna lead them to, division title, number 2 seed, home until the championship, NFC championship game. I think it's gonna be on the back of Aiden Hutchinson. You gotta have good pass rushers if you're gonna fucking win. If you're gonna win some serious games and win in the playoffs too, which I have them going to the NFC Championship game. So, yeah, Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, Michael.
I have Derwin James, and I think Jim Harbaugh is salivating being able to use Derwin James in a defense. I think he's just going to go crazy next year and reach his true potential.
I think we have a back-to-back defensive player of the year. I think Myles Garrett wins it again. That's what I have. Kyle didn't send us one, so we'll see if he can't let us know next week. All right, comeback player of the year. Who do you have, Michael?
Comeback player of the year. I don't think I put too much thought into this one, but I'm going to go Kyler Murray on this one. I think Marvin Harrison is going to help him elevate his game. That coach Jonathan Gannon didn't have Kyler Murray all last year, so I think a full season with this new head coach is going to help Kyler Murray win that award this year.
Okay, Chad?
I don't know if Kyler Murray is even eligible, but
Really? Oh.
I don't see him on this list of AP NFL Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah, well, maybe he should be on it.
Okay.
What a bunch of
is he coming back from?
Now.
Being shitty?
He didn't play half the season last year, and yeah, he wasn't that great either.
Okay.
So
right.
that would be a comeback if he played well this year.
I agree, but
I have DraftKings as a plus 2,800.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh,
for Kyler Murray.
I'm on FanDuel. Oh, I do see him. Plus
Okay.
2,500. Okay, never mind. He is on there. I take everything I said back. Well, he still sucks. So he's going to come back from sucking.
He sucked.
Yeah.
He's gonna redeem himself. This is redemption story.
So I have someone who didn't suck before. He was actually on a tear. He was on a potential MVP run, a potential MVP candidate early in the season with his play, and he tore his Achilles.
Preach.
And no, I am not talking about Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers played 4 snaps and then his Achilles was the 5th.
He was on an MVP trajectory in 3 snaps.
Kirk Cousins, Kirk O'Chains, Kirk Thuggins wins Comeback Player of the Year and is in the running for MVP. He has some weapons. He might be putting up some numbers similar to what he was before the Achilles. Although he doesn't have Justin Jefferson, so that sucks for him.
Okay. So obviously, if I have the Jets going to the Super Bowl, then Aaron Rodgers is going to have a phenomenal season. But I don't think his season will be better than Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow will be the comeback player of the year. He had, obviously injury. He's kind of had, they've kind of laid low a little bit. That you really haven't. When you talk about the AFC, a lot of people are not really mentioning that. They're mentioning them in passing more so than they are of solidifying them as an AFC favorite. So I like Joe Burrow as the comeback player of the year. All right, MVP. Who do y'all have winning MVP? Chad.
Michael goes first.
Michael.
Michael
Okay.
has to get going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So MVP for this year, I think this is going to be a year where we see somebody break some records, and I think that's going to be I don't even know. I have no idea who I pick for MVP. Just talking.
Well, you originally said Tyreek Hill.
Oh, that's
So
right. That's right. That's who I wanted. Tyreek Hill. He's gonna break records. Back to my original train of thought. He's gonna be shattering some wide receiver records and
Yeah, he
touchdowns.
has to in order to pay all that child support.
I have him in two of I've somehow I had two drafts where I ended up being the second pick in both drafts, and I took Hill in both of them. So I need Hill to go off. That's probably why I picked Hill in the first place. Tyreek Hill MVP. He's gonna go for over 2,500 yards receiving. Book it.
Gotcha. All right. Michael, you can take off if you need to.
Yeah, I gotta
Appreciate
go,
you
guys.
coming on. Yep.
It's dinner time. I will see you guys later this week, maybe. Hopefully.
All right.
All right, see you later,
Bye,
Michael.
Michael.
Bye.
All right, Chad. Who you got?
For MVP, Patrick Mahomes.
MVP. Patrick Mahomes. Okay.
Patrick Mahomes.
My
homies.
Yeah, so it was tough for me to make this decision, but I think that for the first time ever, Chad, comeback player of the year and MVP,
Oh, you gotta do it.
Joe Burrow. Yep, Joe Burrow.
I wonder if you can parlay it. Can you parlay it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna try right now.
He came to camp with the bleached hair, you know?
Yeah, looking like Eminem.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like him for comeback player of the year and MVP. I don't think it matters much as far as the long run, but that's what I like. All right. A lot of NFL talk. Just a couple crazy headlines. One of them more serious note. The other one is just insane. Steph Curry signed a 1-year extension. Did you see this, Chad?
Yeah, I saw 62 million.
$62 million.
Yep.
For 1 year.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And then on the sad front, NHL star player Johnny Gaudreau, I'm assuming.
Gaudreau. Yeah.
And his brother Matthew were killed when they were struck by a drunk driver. They were riding their bikes as a workout, and they got hit by a drunk driver. There is zero reason to drink and drive nowadays.
Yep.
Zero.
Yep.
You have Uber, you have Lyft, you have options.
Like we did like when we first started 21. When we first started 21,
yeah.
Uber was very scarce. It wasn't even in the state I was in.
No, you were looking for taxis back then.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't, and good luck getting one. I mean,
Right?
You'd be sober by the time one showed up. So,
but this definitely struck a lot of New Jersey, that my in-laws and I think my wife knows the sister who was getting married. It's just
the next day.
Yes.
Right.
So tragic.
The next day.
Awful. Yeah.
Did that go on? Do we know if that wedding went on or if they postponed it?
I'd imagine they postponed
it. You would think.
After something like that, you wouldn't play a football game. You wouldn't play a hockey game. I don't think you do a wedding. That's a lot of money. But they also had a GoFundMe that's raised them like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay for a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
but yeah, just tragic. Just and it didn't. The guy didn't seem remorseful at all. From the videos I saw, he wanted to just get out of jail and be free. He was worried about being in for Labor Day weekend. Ridiculous. Dude, you just killed 2 people.
Yeah. Yeah. The wedding was canceled.
Okay.
So I just found that out. Of course. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
and I would hope that all of the vendors and all of that would be understanding and allow them to reschedule.
yes.
I would hope that none of them would be shitty to not do that. Now I originally wasn't going to bring this up because it didn't happen yet. There was another fucking school shooting today
I know.
in
I
Georgia.
know.
A 14-year-old
Like what the
killed 4 people.
14-year-old?
Yeah. Luckily, the one silver lining is he didn't kill himself, and he has been arrested.
Yep.
And he will be tried as an adult. They already said.
Yep.
Which is great.
I heard that on the news conference that they were going to do that.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Yes, I mean, if you, no matter what you do, I mean, like, just because you're 14 doesn't mean that you're gonna get like leniency.
You're old enough,
dude.
You're old enough
killed
to know.
people on purpose.
Yeah.
I read one article that this girl or this teacher went out in the hallway and was like looking what the commotion was, and then another teacher told her, "Go back into the room. There's an active shooter." So she barricaded the door, went in, and then a few moments later, a banging was on the door, and someone was saying to let them in, and then it stopped after a little bit, and then a few moments later they heard more gunshots. It's like, it's fucking nuts.
This is the 45th school shooting in the calendar year of 2024.
How did
45th?
How the fuck does a 14-year-old get a gun? Where do they get a gun?
I don't know. I know all mine are locked up, and I mean, I have one on my hip right now. That's just because I have been too lazy to take it off and put it away. But it's just they all get locked up. There's no possible way that I would have that laying out and accessible.
No.
It just I don't know. I just don't understand how these kids are able to do this. But so yeah, I didn't, obviously that just happened today. So I wish there was an answer, but there really isn't one yet to how to prevent this stuff. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. It's Wednesday, so we don't have plus minus. We do that on Saturdays. It's obviously middle of the week, but I think we can all agree the biggest plus is NFL football is back tomorrow. So enjoy. We have 4 straight days of football because we get Friday this week. And then college all day Saturday. But yeah, so I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. And let everybody that makes bets win a bunch of money.
Are we going to talk about who's winning tomorrow? Chiefs Ravens.
Son of a bitch. We didn't actually talk about that, did we?
We did not.
We did not.
Let's talk about that real quick.
I like the Chiefs tomorrow. Like I said earlier when I picked the Chiefs to win their division and to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. I don't think there's any Super Bowl hangover. So I like the Chiefs tomorrow. I'll go with I'll go with 30-21. Chiefs.
I think it's gonna be pretty close. A pretty close game. So I'm just gonna go Ravens. 31, Chiefs 28.
Okay. What about Friday's game?
Oh yeah, I forgot Friday's game. Packers, Eagles. That one's
It's out of the country, man. It's hard to predict
tough.
these kind of games.
Yeah.
Especially with what they have to deal with. They can't leave their hotel room.
Yeah.
Neither team.
I'll go with the I'll go with the Eagles.
Okay.
Eagles 24-20.
I will have the Packers be 2-0 against the Eagles this year, as I picked that as the NFC Championship game. You ready for this prediction on a score? You ready?
Oh boy.
Packers win 17-16. Very low scoring.
Wow.
Very, very low scoring. So there it is.
All right. Thursday's game.
We can
Friday's
assume
game?
that Kyle would pick Baltimore and Michael would probably pick Kansas City, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But speculation. All right. That'll wrap it up today for the Two Guys, Two Seamen podcast. And happy football. Bye.
Welcome.